You are now listening to the CFY New Wednesday Night Devotion, Yahweh Magazine affiliated interview with Miss Sunshine Anderson.
Without further ado, we're going to bring on our special guest for the evening, Miss Sunshine Anderson. Beautiful queen. Are you with us, Miss Anderson?
I am. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing better now. You know, we have you on the line. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Just want to thank you, first of all, for coming out, taking time out of your schedule, just to, talk with us a little bit here on the Wednesday Night Devotion,
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you, and thank you, for accepting our invitation to the Yahweh's Family Reunion, the benefit for the homeless in Atlanta, Georgia, this coming December. Definitely honored, and it's a pleasure. And I'm excited. Always been a fan. One of your biggest fans.
Thank you.
Definitely, thank you. And what we just want to know. What's going on with Miss Anderson now. How's you been? How's everything going? If you can talk to us a little bit about you. What you got going on right now, Queen. I mean, we already know what you've done. We can't wait to see what you're gonna do. We can't wait to see what you're gonna do. This December. But I know you're still touring. I know you're still doing things, and I'm sure you have other things going on as well. And if you can talk to us a little bit, we really appreciate it.
Definitely. I'm definitely working on my fourth album. I decided to try to get back in the studio, so we're still in the beginning stages of that. Working on some imaging and some photo shoots, and just trying to make sure that we, have a plan of action as far as, what this one is going to out, the producers that are going to work on it. Definitely some talks with Jazzy Faye and Brian Michael Cox and, some other great producers, Kevin Wooten. So we're really excited about the fourth album. And I'm also writing a book. I started writing my book about a year ago now. And I've been on it and off of it and on it again, but it's finally starting to materialize. And it's kind of going to be a how-to manual, do's and don'ts, what to get involved in and what not to get involved in. So and outside of all of that, I'm a mommy. I have a 6-year-old little girl named Sky. So God is good.
Bless her, bless your heart. That's great. Now, what is the title? Do you have a title yet for your fourth album? I mean, I'm excited about that. I had no idea you were dropping the fourth album. That's good news. For everyone that's tuned in and for all your fans. Can't wait to hear it. Do you have a title for it already?
No title yet. Like I said, we're still in the beginning stages. And,
okay.
I kind of feel like I've talked about relationships, between myself and, Mary J. Blige and Keisha Cole and, the greats. We've talked about, the men and the trauma that we've been through in relationships and, only so many ways we can say he cheated on me. So, I'm at it, restructure and, I want to give women hope and inspiration and, those kind of things. So, no title yet, though.
Wow, I love it. So, you're trying to do something a little different from the norm, I take what you're saying. I
mean, we definitely all still have pain. We definitely still go through pain. Things are not rosy and sweet all the time. So, that's definitely going to be there. But, when you don't feel bad, you can't talk about, bad. When you feel good and when you're happy, you know what I mean? You have to talk about those things. So, we're going to figure it out and see what angle to come from.
I got you. So would you say you're happy right now?
Yeah, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place. Like I said, I'm a mommy. My little girl just turned 6 years old and just started kindergarten and, things are great, definitely.
Wow, that's awesome. And have you stepped in the studio yet? I'm just wondering, like, what does it feel like, stepping back into it, getting back into it? I mean, does it feel different than it did before? Does it feel to you like it's gonna be like old times per se, or does it feel like it's going to be like Sunshine Anderson reinvented,
right?
Rebooted, resurrected?
Right. Well, I definitely have some unreleased music, things that I've been working on that people haven't heard. So, I'm no stranger to the studio. It's a time to create. You know what I mean? So it's definitely one of the best parts of it. So, no, it's not going to be. Like I said, I always look at it as that time to really dive into myself, you know what I mean, and figure out who Sunshine is, and be able to take that time. So, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. The creative part is one of the best parts. So it's going to be good.
Nice. I love your attitude. I love it. And I'm interested on the book. When you said the do's and don'ts, do you mean like the do's and don'ts of the industry, like what not to do, or just life with it?
Yeah, maybe not so much the do's and don'ts of, per se, do this, don't do that, but just to give you some history on, my life, my experience in this music industry, some of the cutthroat parts, of this industry, and, so people can take heed, you always run into those, artists, young artists, new and fresh that, want advice about what to do, where to go, and how to handle situations, and they always ask advice, so I'm going to put their advice in a book form.
Wow, that's great. That's admirable. Because I was watching an interview you did back in August, and in it you did mention that they have manuals and how-tos and things of that nature for a lot of things, but there's nothing out there for the industry.
Yeah, you have to educate yourself. Cosmetologists go to cosmetology school, and I am licensed cosmetologist. Doctors go to medical school, but there's no school, how to be a star, how to be an R&B singer, how to make it in the pop industry, but there is information out there for you to be able to, arm yourself with the knowledge. And, with any business, you need to know what it is you're getting into. If you don't know the business, then your talent means nothing. A lot of people are talented. How are you going to stand out? So, yeah, definitely.
Right. I understand 100%. I mean, I haven't been in this industry myself, but I've heard so many stories, good and bad, and yeah. So, I heard you mention Mary J. Blige. I heard you mention Keisha Cole. Is there anybody that has really just that you've kept in contact with, or that you're really tight, from when you got started, anybody that you just really have clicked with and still deal with on the regular?
Not necessarily, I'm a normal person, you know what I'm saying? I don't hang out with Mariah Carey, you know what I'm saying, in the business. Like I said, I'm mommy, and I'm a dance mom, so, I know a lot of people know me, you know what I mean? You run into people, you see people at industry parties, industry functions, you have a drink, you have a glass of wine, you keep moving, but, for the most part, I'm a normal chick.
Nice, yeah. No, and I was able to, listen in on a Tuesday night. Is that when you do your talk show with?
Yeah, my Real Girls Rock show.
Yeah. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? I mean, I can probably call about 10 or 15 minutes of it. Put in a little plug for that.
Yeah, you can catch me every Tuesday night on the Real Girls Rock show, Blog Talk Radio. My girlfriend and I, one of my best friends, Tammy Faye, out of Atlanta, Georgia, is the host of that show. Myself and a gentleman by the name of Kato Noyes are the co-host on that show. And, the Real Girls Rock Show is a no-holds-barred radio show, that caters to women's empowerment, girl power, and, it's no-holds-barred. Whatever they want to talk about, we talk about, We normally have a topic every Tuesday, and, we take callers, and, we're on the air most nights from about 8 to 10, so make sure you check us out, realgirlsrockshow.com, and I will give you that number before we get off the air tonight.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Actually, I have the number, but if you want, give it out to the listening audience, that's fine. Definitely. And can you just let the listening audience know where we can follow you as well, and what's going on with Ms. Sunshine Anderson, how we keep tabs on your progress.
Yeah. Make sure you hit me up on Instagram, IG at I am Sunshine Anderson. You can hit me on Facebook at Sunshine Anderson, and of course I'm on Twitter at Sunshine.
Nice.
What is that number? That number is in my phone. You say you have the number, James?
Yeah, I don't have it handy, but I do have it written down.
I have it. Just hold on.
Okay.
I got to make sure I give you that number. But yeah, sunshineanderson.com. Make sure you check me out. We got some things coming up soon. And, gotta keep it popping.
Yeah. And, if you can't, give us a little taste of what's going to be in the book. Is the industry, this is the question, is the industry, I know when you're dealing with the major record labels, a lot of people are doing stuff independent now, but when you're dealing with these major labels, how can I put it? Is it really that bad, at times, or, how some of the stories that you hear, is it, would you say just about everything here is true? Is it, or is it that you just have to be more knowledgeable and maybe it wouldn't be so bad? Like, what would you say about that?
There's a lot of things that just go on behind the scenes, period. You know what I mean? Whether it's with a major label, whether it's with a independent, label. I had a lot more success independently. Well, I obviously had more success, the first album on a major label. I've put out 2 albums since then. Sunshine at Midnight was my second album. The Sunshine's Again was my third album, released in 2010. And, is it really that bad? There's definitely horror stories, you know what I mean? There's definitely those horror stories of, what, people not getting paid, or the bus driver not getting paid, and, on the tour and, pulling over on the highway in Texas, not moving for an hour until the label sorts out, what this man's money is. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, there's plenty of horror stories, it just depends on who you're talking to. You know what I mean? And so, obviously, that I'm not the artist that puts out an album every year. You know what I mean? I've definitely had some trouble in this industry. A lot of times people do see the glamorous side of things. They see the videos, they see the money, but they don't know the hell that you had to go through to get, to that point. So, yeah, damn right, it could be that bad. Yeah, please believe it. Clearly you haven't heard any stories of Sunshine, attempting suicide, but you definitely heard of, the Mariah Carey breakdown, or, Brandy being, dehydrated and, not being able to go on, or, there's definitely things that, that are crazy in this industry, you know what I mean? And, this music is your baby, you know what I mean? These are your babies, and, Erica, because she's sensitive about her shit. She means she's sensitive about her shit. Oh, I hope I can cuss. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry about it, Queen. Now, is it, it's a lot of work. Am I right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a lot of work.
Yes, man. I appreciate that. What I want to do real quick, I just want to bring in other host, my other Mariska, broadcasting, she's out of Tampa. We're broadcasting live here straight from Miami, Florida.